Hi folks, I am Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're looking at my budget breakdown and my net worth for the month of October of 2022. It's been a good month overall, kind of getting back into my groove a little bit and getting the show on the road. So let's get into my personal expenses. So first off, we can see that we went ahead and paid $1,250 for my mortgage with an extra $17 on top of what was required. We paid our $50.14 in car insurance. We did not have to pay trash or sewer. And again, we broke down our internet between our business expenses and our personal expenses because we use the majority of that for business. So we do have a split of 85-15% there. And then we paid $61.14 in water. At electrical, we paid $89.27. And then for gasoline for my truck, we paid $55.05 out of my personal expenses. And we can see the breakdown in my spending breakdown. We can see specifically that we spent more than that, but again, we do break part of that into business expenses. So $95.98 were in gas business expenses for using my truck for Rover and all the other things with that. So $55 out of personal, $95 out of business. We did spend $396 on groceries, a whopping big month, about more than $100, almost $100 more than what we were anticipating, but prices are increasing, and so I'm not, too surprised on that. As far as eating out goes, we had two different times. One, we went to Good Barbecue with one of my best friends and had some really good food. It's Goodwood Barbecue in Boise, if you're wondering. So $65 for both of us there. And then I did grab a Jimmy John's in one of the days that I was out and about, bringing our total of eating out to $73.47. We did spend $200 worth of counseling, having a couple different sessions there, so that brings our health and maintenance up to $200 spending. And then for holidays and birthdays, we spent just under $30, and I think I did really good this month I should say. I spent $15 on what I thought was going to be a birthday present, and then it just didn't end up being a birthday present, so now it's going to be a Christmas present. I will show you guys because it's really cool. My nephew, who is 6, has been asking about money a lot, and so I found this cash register. It's a toy cash register that opens up and it has change and bills, 20, 40, 20, 40, 25, $1, and then it has a little debit card that they can do, and it actually does track money, so you can do 1 plus 1 equals 2. And so since he's 6, he's going to be able to use this and kind of hopefully learn a little bit more about how money works and how the transactions go. And so I got this for $15 used, with all the money and the batteries and the calculator inside still working, so I think this is a killer deal. And then another thing that I did, I went to thrift stores and I found this little guy for my niece. She is almost 2. Yeah, 2-ish. They all blend together. But I found this and I saw it and I knew that I just had to get it for her. And I think I spent $1 on this. So we did really good with thrift store finds and used finds for Christmas. And so we ended up spending a total of $28.89 on Christmas gifts, mostly for the nieces, nephews, the munchkins that I have, and some other things like that. And then to round out the personal expenses, we have the other category. My best friend, she ran out of gas on her way home from work one evening, and so I had to go get gas, and then my gas can that I have it broke. And so the funnel doesn't work, and so I had to buy another one to make it work. And so we spent $22.45 helping my friend out. And then I was driving, and the local firefighters were out doing Fill the Boot, raising money, and so I donated $5 in cash for that. So my other category goes to $27.45, and that rounds out my personal expenses to a loss of $2,241.02, which is a little bit less than we were anticipating. So not too bad that. Let's get into my business expenses. So we can see that again we have that internet breakdown between personal and business, where we spent $50 business expenses to do that. We didn't have anything with Norton Security. And we can see that I spent $12 in enduring finances, and that is for the podcast that I am kind of figuring out what I want to do, if I want to continue with that. I'm on the fence, so I'm just kind of waiting and analyzing and evaluating that on a personal level. We had some really big expenses with Holy Smoke Photography. We're going into the end of the year. It is calendar season, and so I was anticipating that I was going to spend over $300 on bulk ordering calendars. I ended up spending double that because I made an error on my calendar. I know, I made a mistake. So I had to reorder after I'd already gotten them, and we are out over $300 that I will not make back. So that was a big ouch. We spent $8 in Etsy fees, and then $25.17 in Etsy marketing. And we didn't have any other expenses as far as shipping and travel, anything like that, besides those calendars, because that was a big ouch. And then again, that gasoline for additional income, we spent $95.98 on gas to do, additional income tasks. So my business expenses came out to $837.48 for a loss of $330 that I was not anticipating, and that was a big ouch. It hurts. My pride is hurt. But let's get into the income and see how we're going to rebalance out these losses here. So as far as income goes, we did get that VA benefit for $467. I brought home $1,190.65 from my part-time job, so a little bit more than I was anticipating with that. We brought in $1.74 from enduring finances, and that is from website ads, so nothing else besides that. We did bring in $135 for Holy Smokes Photography. We had some pre-orders for calendars, and money came in, so that is very nice to kind of help fluctuate the loss that we are going to take this year on calendars no matter what. And then of course with additional income, we made $205 donating plasma. I did have to take a couple of weeks off because my protein levels were low again. That's what happens when you're trying to lose weight and you're cutting calories and all those things. So we ran into that issue again. I did not do any Lime scooters in October. We were very busy with Rover. And so with Rover we made $646 even. I did a lot of dog walking. I had a client that was doing a clinical rotation here and asked me to walk her dog every day, 5 days a week, and a beautiful little puppy. And so I was there 5 days a week walking her dog. And then I have a repeat client where you've seen him, Arlo, that I have been walking 2 or 3 days a week depending on their work schedule. And then another repeat client where I am working with 2 dogs, one that has some temperament issues and some reactiveness to other dogs and humans. And so I've been working with them occasionally. And then of course I did watch Bruiser as well for a few days there. So a good month for Rover. Brought in over almost $650. And then, of course, Uber Eats, I did bring in $109.19, and that's just little bits that I'm picking up when I'm doing these Rover Rover traveling for Rover, goodness. But that wraps up my income. So we brought in, between my part-time job and all of my business stuff, to $2,756.96. So more than we were anticipating. Thank you, Rover. And so let's get into my investing returns. So we had a good month in the markets, and I'm happy to say that. So we can see here my 403B account, we ended up bringing in $1,346 as a portfolio gain, market gain. For my high yield savings account, we brought in 76 cents. We have tapped into that quite heavily, so I'm not surprised that we saw that go down. I brought in $7.69 from Lending Club, and we can see that $6.42 is just principal, and then $1.27 is off of interest that I'm incurring from people lending money from me, and then 8 cents in fees. And then of course we did bring in $128.35 in dividends, with a portfolio gain for my stock portfolio through Ally of $2,762.02, and we did not incur any fees or anything with that. And then my thrift savings plan, my TSP through my military retirement account, we had a gain, market gain, value gain of $439.53. So a big jump there. We've seen losses pretty heavily this year. So that brings our total between market gain in those portfolios and dividends and interest to $4,685.96, and then a total of $7.58 in fees. So not too bad there. As far as a total breakdown, we'll just jump into those investments again. We saw that the $4,685 with $7.58 P to a total investment gain of $4,678.38. So a very positive month, happy about that. As far as the business broke down, we spent $837.48 in expenses and saw a return of $1,096.93 as far as income coming in. So that levels us out to $259.45. And then with our personal, we had a total expenses of $2,241.02, and we made a total income, including our business income, for $2,756.97. So we did see a profit on that. Unfortunately, overall, we did see our expenses far outweighed our income, and that's with our business expenses and our personal expenses, and then our personal income from my part-time job and my business income, for a loss of $321.53, and we would have broken even if we would have not made the mistake with the calendars. But because we live in Idaho, because I live in Idaho, I received a $300 Idaho tax rebate, and so we went ahead and applied that straight into the bank account because we can. So we only took a loss of $21.53 because of this rebate. So it essentially canceled out my mistake with the calendars, which is a good thing. So we took a little bit of a loss this month. We didn't save any money as far as reaching our goals of, saving up to essentially rebuild our emergency fund and save for that AC unit that we want to put in next spring. But that is okay, because you know what? I will take a loss of $21 over a loss of like a couple $1,000s. So we are doing pretty good with that. Let's take a look now at wrapping up with my net worth. So again, your net worth is just your assets minus all the liabilities that you have. And so we're going to still have our market value of my home as $275,000. We have $250 cash on hand, and this is because my debit card became compromised. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that. Could have been swiping at a gas station or a different transaction that I made, but someone essentially gained access to my card information, and I saw a very small purchase or like withdrawal from my account that was labeled like a utility from Arkansas, and I was like, I don't live in Arkansas. And so ended up canceling my debit card and having to get another one shipped to me through my bank. And so I ended up using the cash that I have saved up on hand to do that. So we will be building up my cash stash again. So we're down to $250 cash on hand, about $1,000 in my checking account, about $50 in my savings account, and $2,000 in my emergency fund. Our Lending Club dropped to $127 overall. Our Ally portfolio jumped up to $28,798. Our 403B retirement account jumped up to $25,753, and our TSP jumped up to just under $13,000. our personal property, vehicles, furniture, gym equipment, all is going to stay the same, bringing our total assets that we have to an estimated $300,061,542, and our only liability that we have is the remaining balance on my mortgage, which is down to $191,599. So we can see that between the two of them, we are at a positive net worth of $169,943 with a 1.38% increase in our net worth from September. So we are slowly moving forward and increasing that, and we will continue to do that. So overall, October was a pretty good month. I'm getting excited for the Christmas and fall holidays. It is one of my favorite times of the entire year, and I think it's going to be really fun. I'm excited to find gifts for all of the Munchkins and family, and I've started to collect those and kind of prepare for that, just like you should be doing, and it's going to be a good year. So I will catch you next time, guys. Bye-bye.